What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, bringing you yet another episode of Pokemon Y today. And today's episode is going to be number 6. We're here at the Pokemon Research Lab in Lumio City. We're going to be meeting Professor Sycamore for the first time. We're going to be getting our hands on our first Mega Stone. And then we're going to do some restaurant dining stuff here in Lumio City, which shouldn't take too long. And then after that, well, that's actually probably going to take up all of the time that we have for this episode, and in fact, that might even prove to be a long episode. But anyway, here, make sure you go to the second floor and pick up these luxury balls before heading up to the third floor where the professor is. I don't think there's anything else on this floor that you can get, but it doesn't hurt to talk to all of these people. There is something else interesting that goes along with this floor, and that's going to be in these boxes right here. And I'll talk to them in a second. Let me go talk to this guy. This is where you get the Poke Radar after the game. We'll be coming back here later on. I'll show you how to get that. But as for these cardboard boxes, if you do happen to get your hands on a Rotom, that's where you can change his form into, you know, the lawnmower and wash Rotom and fan Rotom, freezer Rotom, and all of that stuff. And Rotom Heat, too. I forgot about that. Oven Rotom. Yeah, alright, so there's Professor Sycamore. Look at that. Look at that whole zoomy shot thing. Cool. I guess. Fantastic, you're here. Come this way, won't you? Man, he is super excited. Look at him running around. He's so cute. Okay, so we are going to have to battle in here, so I'm just going to put Riolu out in the front. Why not? And we'll talk to this person. She's actually going to give us a TM. And she does check to see how many Pokemon are in your decks. I'm not sure if you have to, like, meet a certain threshold, but I've seen 38. And apparently that's enough because she's going to give us the TM for False Swipe, which is great for catching wild Pokemon because it just allows you to leave them with at least 1 HP all the time. Even if you get a crit, you'll never knock out a Pokemon with that move. So if you have someone on your team know it, it'll be great for capturing Pokemon, especially some of the legendary Pokemon later on. But yeah, he's going to check our Pokedex and be like, oh, you're doing such a great job, yay. Well, now, you do have a certain je ne sais quoi. Well, thanks, I guess. I'm guessing that's a compliment. At first, I was thinking of choosing only one child from a town when I was deciding who to give a Pokemon to. In Vanillville Town, it was going to be the child of a veteran trainer I know, Serena. About then, I learned that the Rhyhorn racer Grace and her son were moving here. So, you basically only chose me because my mom is famous? That really hit me right here. Then it hit me, I should give you a Pokemon and have you travel around Kalos. Hi, Professor, it's Shauna. Oh, the rest of the gang is here. Well, half the gang. Fantastic, now let's all have a Pokemon battle. Your opponent shall be me. Okay, I guess. So, you do have the chance to, like, change around your party a little bit, but you have to go talk to him to start the battle. I already did that, so let's just go ahead and battle Professor Sycamore. He's going to have 3 Pokemon, and it's going to be Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. He's going to start off with Bulbasaur. I've got my Riolu out here, and that might not be the best matchup, honestly, because his poison typing is going to allow him to resist Force Palm, so I'm going to have to go for that. Return, and it's not going to kill. He's going to go for the Leech Seed and be able to sap some of my health and get a little bit of recovery going on. He's not going to be able to survive another return, and in fact, he probably wouldn't even survive a Quick Attack, so let's go for that. Why not? And nope, down he goes. So that's cool, and I should be able to KO his other 2 Pokemon in 1 hit, although, well, maybe not Squirtle. Squirtle is pretty defensive. So I may not be able to kill him even with Force Palm being neutral. So let's give it a try. We'll go right for that Force Palm. I do have a 7-level advantage on him, though. And no, he barely survives. I may have just gotten low-rolled. So he's going to get more health back from Leech Seed. He gets the withdraw off, so... is Quick Attack going to be enough to take him out? I don't know. I'm not going to take that chance. We're just going to go straight for the return. Not going to mess around, because if I get low-rolled again after the defense increase plus the Leech Seed recovery, I don't know if that would have been enough to kill him, so I don't want to take that chance. After Squirtle goes down, Charmander is coming out, and Charmander has the weakest defenses out of all of them, so Force Palm is definitely going to take him out. Down goes that beautiful little Charmander. And we get some decent experience out of that as well. Bidoof is going to grow up to level 10. That's right, he's at level 10 already. Craziness. So, yeah, we actually get some pretty decent money out of that, too, with 1,400 Pokédollars. I think I've about figured it out. Okay, figured what out? Culination, you are an interesting Pokemon trainer indeed. It'd be fantastic if you took a Pokemon with you. So now we get to pick one, and it's out of the Pokemon that he just used. So we can pick Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle, and keep in mind that the idea is for this Pokemon to be in your party. So we're going to choose Bulbasaur. This is not going to be a member of our party, though. I don't really want to use any of them. And the only one that's going to fit into my team right now would be Bulbasaur, because I already have a Water and Fire type. But not really interested in using Bulbasaur, so yeah, probably won't be on the team. But he is going to give us the Mega Stone for its final evolution, which is the Venusaurite, and that's kind of cool. And in fact, I think I'm going to keep Bulbasaur in my party for a little while, just because it's going to learn things like Sleep Powder, and that'll be great for catching wild Pokemon. So until I get 5 or 6 Pokemon, I'll probably keep Ivysaur in there. Or Bulbasaur and Ivysaur, because he will evolve with the experience share. Anyway, now he's just going to talk about Mega Evolution. It's a new kind of evolution that occurs in battle. Well, duh. That's why I gave you that Mega Stone just now. It's an important clue. Mega Evolution? What should we do about the Pokedex? Trevor, my lad, if that's what best trainer means to you, then I want you to go out there and complete that Pokedex. Mega Evolution sounds really interesting. If you're investigating Mega Evolution, why don't you check out Camphrier Town? That town has a lot of history. You might find a hint there. So that is going to be our next destination. And it's not too far from here. We're just going to have to go through Route 5. And there's quite a bit of trainers and items to get there as well. Well, I guess most of the routes in the Kalos region do. None of them are really short other than like Route 1 and 2. So we'll have plenty of work cut out for us. There's nothing else that we can do here. I pretty much talked to everybody already. I got all the items that I wanted to get. You know, we got the TM, we got the luxury balls. We're going to meet an interesting character coming up here, though. And he has an interesting outfit and interesting hair as well. Look at that. How sexy is that? So we'll be able to meet them soon then. Yes. Oh, it's Cena. I didn't recognize it from behind there. The children chosen by the professor, I wonder what potential they have. And here's one of them now. That's Culination. Culination, come here a sec. Alright, so we're going to meet this guy. Oh, you received the Pokedex from the professor then. How wonderful. That is a wonderful thing indeed. You're one of the chosen ones. You're making me sound all special and stuff. I am Lysandre. I'm guessing that's how you say that. I'm not positive, though. We'll go with Lysandre. I've tried to learn as much about Pokemon as I can to help build a brighter future. Well, this guy sounds like a good guy, right? Professor Sycamore has taught me so much, and I see you have a Holocaster. Not sure why exactly he's thinking that is important, but whatever. Now listen, it is vital that this world become a better place, and the people and Pokemon chosen to make the world better must work tirelessly to achieve this goal. This guy sounds almost exactly like Cyrus from Team Galactic. He sounds very, very similar. Still, I wonder what kind of beautiful world Lysandre desires. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering the same thing. In this great big Kalos region, there are many different Pokemon. I hope getting a Pokedex gives you a chance to learn about them. Okay, well that was just a bunch of wasted time. My goodness, they're just talking my ears off. See, Meister, there's a place I want to go check out. See you around. So Shauna runs away. Something I want to talk to you about. I'll be waiting in Cafe Soleil. So I guess we have to go find Cafe Soleil before we can leave the city. And that's kind of convenient because Cafe Soleil is actually right near the gate for Route 5. So he's going to tell us that it is to the left of here. The restaurant that I want to go and battle in, though, is not over that way. And the reason I want to battle in the restaurant is just to show you what it's like, because you get a lot of money and stuff from doing that, and it's a decent place to train. Not necessarily just that restaurant. There are several around the city that become unlocked as the other parts of the city are opened up to us, because we can't explore the whole place now because there's a supposed power outage that blocks off the northern part of the city. So let's see here. I'm going to head back the way we came. Cafe Introversion. Let's see if there's anything in here. No, looks like there isn't. Okay. Not at all. There will be something for us there later on, involving O powers, but that's not right now. So looks like this is going to be the restaurant I wanted to go to. It's a 1-star restaurant or cafe. So let's see if my team is all set up. This is going to be double battles, and I think there's going to be 3. So let's see. We'll put Leo out there. We'll have Riolu and Leo do these battles. Welcome to Restaurant Lena. Our flavors will never disappoint, or something like that. Overwhelm your palates. Something like that. I forget what he said. But anyway, you have to pay $3,000 just to get in, but you're going to make that plus some back, so don't worry about that. Alright, so he's going to go sit us at this table here, which is cool. And basically it's just a series of a couple of battles in a row with instructions on how many turns are required to, I guess, get the highest score. He says to eat this after 2 turns, so I'm not sure if that means to eat it in 2 turns or after, like, by doing it in 3 turns. I'm not sure what exactly is the ideal situation, so let's just do this with 3. See if we can do it in 3. Why not? Alright, so all 3 of these trainers are just going to mix around the monkey usage. So it's going to be Pansear, Pansage, and Pansor just, Panpour just mixed around, basically. So this one has Pansear and Pansage. So we'll go for a Noble Roar on... oh, I probably should have done it on the other one. But that's okay. We'll go for the Force Palm. I probably should have done Noble Roar on Pansage, but that's fine. Force Palm takes out the Pansear. And Riolu's going to grow up to level 18, which is great. Look at that, 47 attack. That's fantastic. He's going to go for the Play Nice, and that's going to lower my attack stat, which kind of sucks. But I'm not too worried about it because I have Ember to take him out. Alright, so we'll go for another Noble Roar. I don't want to attack this turn. We'll just go for the quick attack. And with the lowered attack stat, I know it's not going to kill. It doesn't. And yeah, Noble Roar will lower his attack and special attack. So that if he does decide to attack, it won't do that much. But he's not going to attack. He's just going to go for the Leer. Just goes for the Leer there. And that's fine, I guess. And he's making for a very boring battle here. So I guess we could just go for the return, and we'll go for the Ember. I believe Leo is faster. He is. So the Ember gets rid of that Pansage, and that's going to be the end of that battle. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking that we should just do these battles in 2 turns, not 3. So the next 2, we'll finish in 2 turns. Why not? I feel like taking 3 turns to defeat these trainers is just kind of stupid. So, yeah, alright. So basically what happens after each battle is that you get to eat whatever the course was that the chef brought out to you, and it also will heal up your Pokemon. So that is pretty cool, and if you get the correct combination of turns or whatever, it will heal your Pokemon more. And I believe it also heals PP, it restores PP, so that's cool. Alright, so this guy's going to have Panpour and Pansear. So that is not too bad. I am going to want to get rid of Panpour, though, so because if it has Water Gun, that could be bad news for Leo. So we'll go for the Noble Roar on the Pansear to lower his attack and special attack, and we'll go for Force Palm. I know that'll take out that Panpour, so we'll just eliminate that right off the bat, and just only have to deal with this one Pokemon. Shinobi's going to grow up to level 18 because of that experience share, and so is Bulbasaur, and that's awesome. He's going to go for the Incinerate. Thankfully, I'm not holding any berries, or that would just destroy them and make them unusable. So now, since this is turn number 2, we can take out this Pansear, and we'll just go for the Headbutt with Leo. That's going to take him out because of the rivalry boost there. They're both males. So that's pretty much it for that battle. Chef Roger, you are done for, my friend. Get out of here. Give me my food. All that stuff. So we took 2 turns. We had 0 Pokemon faint, so we should get some decent restoration stuff going on there. And we have 1 more battle to attend to. And this one should have Pansage and Panpour, I believe, because Pansear was used twice. So we have Chef Roger again bringing out our next course. And it is indeed going to be Pansage and Panpour. I've got my same 2 Pokemon out here because it doesn't allow you to change in between battles, which is fine. I can handle it. So we'll go for the Force Palm on the Panpour to lower his attack and special attack. Or, no, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. Force Palm is an attack move. So we're going to get rid of the Panpour, go for the Noble Roar to lower the special attack and attack of the Pan Sage. There's too much Pan this and Pan that. And by the way, the irony of them all being Pan something and this being a restaurant is pretty interesting. I never really realized that until just now. Okay, so this is going to be turn 2. We can just go for the Ember. That's going to take out that Pan Sage. And yeah, these were some boring battles. Some of the other restaurants give you better battles. Much better battles. Much more interesting. This is also a good place if you want to train your Smeargle and teach it various moves via sketch. This is a great place to do it, especially because of the low levels of the Pokemon here. So, yeah, if you want to train one competitively, this is a great place to give it like Stealth Rock and stuff like that. Alright, so we're all done with our main courses, and he's going to give us the receipt, which basically just tells us what we did. So it's a total of 7 turns, and he's going to give us 14 tiny mushrooms, which we can sell for 250 apiece. And we might as well leave a tip. Let's see here. I'll leave like 100. So we're a little bit in a deficit right now because we didn't get all of our 3,000 back. But once we sell all of those tiny mushrooms, we will definitely be in the positives. And I'm just going to talk to these people, make sure there's no items or anything that I missed. I don't think there are. I don't think you can get anything else here except, you know, with those battles, but it doesn't hurt to just walk around a little bit and make sure, because even though I've beaten this game a couple of times, I'm pretty sure that there's some items that I don't know are there, so why not? Alright, so it doesn't look like I missed anything there, and yeah, now we can head out to the cafe, and there's also the Pokemon Center over here. So, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Let's go in the Pokemon Center first. It's on the way to the cafe. And first things first, every time I go into a new Pokemon Center, I like to talk to everybody because Pokemon Centers are great for items. A lot of people will give you items and TMs. This guy right here with the Pokemiles, you basically accumulate them through trading. And you can trade them in for like interesting items like rare candies and stuff like that. This guy's going to sell some awesome TMs with Sunny Day, Rain Dance, Bulldoze, Struggle Bug, and Swords Dance. I most likely will be coming back here. Definitely for Swords Dance, definitely for Bulldoze. But there's not much that I can do about it now. I don't have enough money, so I sold those tiny mushrooms, and look at that, 8,640. We're in the plus by about 2,000 something as far as the whole restaurant thing went. I'm going to sell these X items off because I don't like them. I don't ever use them. So that's that. And I do have enough money to buy one of these, but I don't think I really want to do that because that would be all of my money. And I kind of would better benefit from some other items here in this other shop. So let's see what he has. We have some interesting items now that we have a badge, but I think I'm okay for now. I'm just going to save that money. So, I guess that was kind of a waste. But oh well. Alright, so the cafe should be down here somewhere. That's the gate to Route 5 on my left there. And that's where Trevor is. He won't let you leave until you go talk to Serena, though. So, here she is. Could you come here for a second? So, we're going to go into the cafe. I don't know why. It has to be all, like, super secretive. But they're basically just setting up a meeting with a couple of characters in here. So, Lysandre and Diantha. We haven't met Diantha yet. Just so you know, neighbor, Lysandre is the head of Lysandre Labs, which created the Holocaster, a video messaging device. That's why he was all like, oh, you have one, right? And Diantha is apparently a famous movie star, and she's wondering, like, what are they doing here together? We're about to find out. You played a young girl so wonderfully in your debut on the silver screen. Wouldn't you rather remain young and beautiful forever and always play such roles? What a strange question. Why would I want to play the same old roles forever? Youth may be beautiful, but it's not all there is to life. Good point. Everything changes. I want to live and change like that too. So I look forward to playing different roles as I get older, and there's not really anything wrong with that, I guess. You were chosen to be a movie star. Movie star, why can't I say that? Everything beautiful should stay that way forever. I would end the world in an instant so that beauty never fades. And that, my friend, is one of the most creepy statements ever. I can't stand the thought of the world becoming uglier. So this guy's just a little bit creepier than we originally thought. She moves the multitudes with her excellent acting. He's talking about Diantha here, which is to say she dedicates her life to making other people happy. Oh, if only everyone were like her, what a beautiful world this would be. Oh, if you'll excuse me. Apparently he's just going to walk out now. This guy is just as weird as his whole getup is. And who are you two? My name is Serena, and this is Culination. I heard Lizandre call you that. You both have lovely names. So, it's kind of curious that we're setting up this Diantha person because we don't really know who she is. And she just walks out, and we're not going to see her again for a really long time. So that's kind of strange. But it'll all come together later on. Trust me, it will. Would you be willing to compete with me to see which of us will become stronger? Apparently this is what she wanted to ask us. Basically, we can have like this rivalish competition thing. So she's going to be challenging us to battles throughout the journey, and that is cool because we have to have some kind of rival, and Shauna just isn't going to cut it. She kind of sucks. And so do Tierno and Trevor, so that's that. Alright, looks like there's nothing else to be found here in this cafe. There's no real point to it, so might as well just head out. And we can't go to the right there, so to the left is going to be where we're headed. Out to Route 5. Holo clip received on our holocaster. It's Tierno. So, check this out. I'm out on Route 5 right now, and it's just hopping with wild Pokemon. Hurry and come check it out. Well, I'm almost there. Why did you wait until now to send me that? I'm like literally like 10 steps away from Route 5. So, yeah. Oh, looks like some guy in a pink suit wants to talk to us. This is going to be the O-Power guy. And, oh yeah, Mr. Bonding is his name. Oh man, this guy is creepy too. Very creepy. I do like the pink suit, though. I dig the pink suit. So, I haven't really used any O-Powers yet, but he's going to give us access to a different O-Power every time we see him. This time, he gives us two. It's going to be Attack and Defense O-Power. And you can use it basically anytime. There's a little charge meter on there, and you have to go to the PSS. So, there it is. If you hit that little thing in the gray button, and then go over to where the GTS is, you can find the O-Powers. So there's Capture Power and HP Restoring Power as well. I don't really use them a whole lot. If I do use them, I will explain a little bit more about it and what it does. But basically, Capture Power will just allow you to capture Pokemon a little bit easier. HP Restoring Power will restore your lead Pokemon's HP by a little bit. But really, nothing else is exciting about it, so apparently, we have a Lucario friend here. Who are you? Sorry about that. Are you okay? I was just doing some special training with my Lucario. You mean Lucarios? There's multiple here. Can you not count? Did you get drawn in by this boy's aura or something? Huh, well, it seems Lucario likes you. Thanks, I guess. See, Lucario can read people's auras. I guess something in your aura has made this one take a liking to a stranger. This Lucario is always getting worked up in battle with my other one. Maybe it's just been waiting for a trainer to appear who's strong enough to challenge. I am not strong enough to challenge a Lucario right now. I am sorry. All my Pokemon are at level like 18. Not even close. So apparently she's a gym leader, so I guess we will be fighting her later on. But that's not going to be for quite a long time. I believe she's the gym leader in the third town, but there's a huge gap between the first and second gym leaders. We're not even halfway to where the second gym leader is yet. Still have a lot to do. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it an episode here, guys. We're working on like 24 minutes here, so definitely time to call it an episode. Next time, we will get ourselves through Route 5 and over to Camphor Town and go from there. But thank you very much for watching. And please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. But until then, game on, my friends.